Welcome back to PT, Nights of Halloween. Week of Halloween, actually. A lot of content this week. And this is the last one. We're going to the Palace Hotel in Port Townsend.
Yep, this is the one we've all been waiting for. One that really has something going on. You're not going to want to miss it.
Let's check it out. So if you've kept up with us so far this week, you know why I'm here. I'm here to talk about the history of the Palace Hotel. It was built in 1889 by a retired captain named Henry L. Tibbles. And before we go any further about the palace, I think it's important to kind of go over his history first. So after the decorated seaman retired, he spent about $28,000 on having this building built. It's 3 stories, brick, Victorian in nature, and over the years it would hold many different types of businesses. The construction took nearly 2 years and opened up as a billiards room and tavern with rooms for rent on the 2nd and 3rd floors. Captain Tibbles and his family lived on the 2nd floor. Don't know why he chose 2nd, must have been pretty noisy. Unluckily, the Prohibition hit. Kind of threw a nail in everything that they were trying to do there. So they had to change business models. So instead of a tavern, turned into a brothel. Very well known, in fact. I'm sure the wife wasn't too happy about that. And as some of us may know, wasn't the most legal business to have, and were raided by the police throughout the years, and eventually finally closed down business in 1940 or 41, and still up for debate. So what was once known as the Palace of Sweets finally came to an end. Later on became home to many businesses, even including Port Townsend Paper. Why not, right? Today, the hotel homes 19 unique rooms, and I say unique because they're all uniquely furnished and have a different style based on how the girls like them. And a lot of them are named after the girls that were most popular from those rooms. They're complete with 14 to 15 foot high ceilings, very high ceilings, very beautiful. Long, big windows. Some even have stained glass skylights, kitchenettes. Most of them have their own bathroom. And that about does it for all the history that we have on the Palace Hotel.
All right, so now it's time to talk about some spooky stuff. We've heard a bunch of stories from other places, but now let's talk about the palace. There is one that is, I guess, the queen of this situation. Her name is Claire, also what guests call her the Lady in Blue. Her room is room 4, and it is considered one of the most haunted locations in the entire facility. She is only one of the 10 known spirits that haunts this place. So let's talk a little bit about Miss Claire. So she is known to not only haunt room 4, but to roam the halls in search for her love that never returned for her. In room 4, not only can you hear possible sounds like mournful weeping, but you can also smell the sweet perfume that she used to use. There's a story from Miss Claire as well, from a guest. One night, one of the guests was returning to their room only to walk up those famous stairs at the Palace Inn to look at that portrait and to see that she was not there. The portrait was still there, but her whole silhouette was gone. She was reported to be wandering the halls just like her story goes. So we talked about Miss Claire. Let's talk about Father Patrick. Father Patrick's story is just absolutely insane and sad all at the same time. Father Patrick was a priest that helped around the brothel. His main job was when the babies were stillborn, he would give final vows down in the basement of this place. Yes, in that building, in the basement, there were buried stillborn fetuses. Yeah, that's crazy. The story of his kind of comes to even more of a tragic end where he gave up doing all of this because he fell in love with one of the gals that worked at the brothel. The one thing that threw him off and completely quit was when his child was stillborn, and once that happened, he called it quits. There's two different sides of the story, whether the one of the workers had the gal he fell in love with died during this time, or whether she just didn't love him back. There's both reports, but for the most, it still comes to a tragic end for Father Patrick. Just so you know how haunted this place is, there's actually a book that is down in the lobby, right where the guests check in, that has all of these haunted and spooky stories, all for you to read. If you actually want to, they will let you read it. Let's talk about one of those that Miss Claire is actually in. Miss Claire, apparently in her room, in room 4, there was guests staying in that room. During that time, the guests were sleeping, and all of a sudden the door bolted, is in quotes because that's the verbiage they used, bolted open, and they awoke immediately, laughed, and ran down the stairs to go and tell the night manager. Okay, so what about the guy who actually created this place, Captain Tibbles? Well, he haunts this place too. There's reports of him being on mostly the second floor because he loves to interact and be a part of the action, because most of the traffic that goes through that building, if you're staying there, goes through the second floor to then get to the third floor. So him staying on the second floor allows him to kind of be a part of the everyday hustle and bustle. So you can find him in that area. Another hot zone for this place is the basement. So as I kind of stated before, is that there are babies that are possibly buried down there, well, and taken out at this point, but they were down there. That is also a hot zone. There's apparently spirits of children and of a woman that lie down there. There's also reports of what they best describe as a used to be homeless man that stayed down in the basement during his living. Now his spirit is supposedly down also in the basement, and he is supposedly very enjoying of what he's doing. That's apparently the place that he loved being at, and so he also is down there in the basement as well. So you've heard the history, you've heard the scary stories. Are you ready to take your steps up the stairs and see the lady in blue? Hello everybody, welcome to another night. My name is Ryan. Joining me like always on the adventures is
Ashton.
Joining us on this adventure is
Carson.
And
Nathan.
And we are going to be doing a haunting investigation here at the Palace Hotel, right here in Port Townsend. That is tonight's investigation stuff that we have. We have our 4 tools here. We also have the cat balls, but those will be just randomly about the room. Really? You're just gonna do that? Kicking it off already. We already, I feel so bad for the Manresa Hotel people that had to clear out the room the last time.
You should feel bad for my car. He just shit his pants the entire time on his way here. It's horrible.
And we had pizza. We had Meat Lovers pizza here tonight. So anyway, it's gonna be an interesting one. This is the most haunted room at the Palace Hotel. We are staying in room 4, and we also have another room, which we'll go check out as well to see if there's any activity in either room, is room 7B. So 2 rooms this time. Let's see what happens. Note from Primal Target. Due to unfortunate events, footage was lost on this investigation. The good news is that one of the cameras retained the night. Long story short, there will be angles missing from the first part of the night, but let that not break the craziness that happened here tonight. Please enjoy the Palace Hotel. So we're going to start our investigation here. This is room 7B. There's music being played somewhere We don't know. It almost seems like it's outside.
I think it's upstairs. Somebody's banging on the wall.
Because if we stop for a second. It's somewhere around here. But then there's someone banging on the wall because they're pissed. So we know what that sounds like. So we're going to assume if it comes from this area to completely ignore it. There is another room on this side. This is 7. So we'll try to keep it to a dull roar. But for the most part, we're going to get things started. And yeah. And this one's not known for being haunted, but we wanted to make sure and check since we have access to this room. So we have quite a cast of characters. Which one do you want to start with?
I have no idea. I don't know if we're going to be able to find much in this room, but I guess we can go through the list. Who... Because I know certain ones wander throughout the second floor, like, who was it? Seaman?
Seaman.
Yeah.
Yes. I believe he either goes by Captain or Mr. Tibbles.
Tibbles, yeah.
I always want to say Tibbers, but it's not because... Whoa,
So
that was fucking weird.
What?
I thought out of the corner of my... I swear to God, out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw something.
Like what?
Like a face. Like right here.
There's tapping right here.
Wait, stop.
I heard tapping.
I don't know if that was just like... Because I... Oh, shit. I backed up... I'm going to try and recreate this. So you were talking to me.
Mr. Tibbles, are you here?
And the ball's lighting up.
bumped the thing there with
No, I wasn't touching that. You said this lit up?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Wait. Listen.
It's fine.
Now, there was a tap.
Where?
We're not talking about that.
Like it sounds like a click?
Yeah.
Like from the bathroom? Oh, from that way? I never heard of it.
Shut up.
Mr. Tibbles?
Shut the
I can hear bass from music, so just know that that's what that sounds like.
I feel like any tapping could be...
Wait, I heard that again? Yeah, I heard that.
I keep hearing it.
I feel like that could
I
be
wonder if
pronounced.
it's
That
a
could be...
raindrop
maybe it's-
or if
It
it's
could be
like-
the heater blowing up.
Here, yeah, you take a look at that. It's not even raining outside.
It's weird as I didn't give a shit about the other place, but this one I'm kind of getting weird feelings about for some reason.
Do you feel different here?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's the scenery. I don't know. Just even the bathroom itself, it's just bathrooms creep me out.
Dude,
something's
I
out.
shit you not. There's a people outside.
Some dude singing.
Yeah, outside. There's a bar right below us. But when we were talking right here, I swear, out of the corner of my eye, it looked like somebody was like right here, like right on you, and
What they
like
look
on me.
Could you kind of make out any
What the
features?
fuck? There's like okay, that's your shadow.
Could
It
you
was like a woman.
a woman?
Yes, that's all I got. But like, I don't know if that was the reflection in the mirror. I don't know. But it was
So you're
so
saying-
right here.
You're saying you have feminine features.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna test something here. Carson, can you come over here?
Sure.
And I want you to sit on the bed. And then you try and see if Mr. Tibbles, because every time you say it, something happens. Like there's a tap over at this.
We'll try Mr. Tibble. Oh shit. It just turned flash orange for a minute there, you see that?
Just picking this
I
up.
caught it like in a reflection.
Mr. Tibbles, are you there? Here, turn that off. Is anybody here with us right now? Could you show us a sign? Anybody we don't know about yet?
Those bangs were from below
It could
us.
be anywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
It's people telling them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
What? You don't know.
There was definitely something from over here. I heard that. I definitely heard
I
that.
didn't hear anything.
Holy shit.
Did you see something? No, it just like sounded like someone barefoot like kind of stepped harder right in front of me on the carpet. That was fucking creepy. I
I hope.
that.
I wonder if that.
I'm not gonna get any signs on here. Could you give us a sign?
That scared the shit out of me.
cat ball. Or.
No, not the cat ball. Me turning around.
But dude. Okay. What? Are you good?
Okay, are you walking?
No.
Oh my fucking god, why?
So here's the thing. You heard someone right there, and I feel like I saw someone over there as well.
Like kind of towards the bathroom entrance.
Yeah, because I was looking right at you.
So this is the area where it's kind of centered.
I do hear the tapping over there. I'm gonna blame that on the wind, because these are old windows. I'm gonna blame it over there. But
I don't like this footstep shit right now.
yeah, because this is what it sounds like.
Okay, so you weren't taking steps
No,
when
I was
right here?
standing right here because I was looking at the cat
You
ball.
see
I
me
was
fucking
like-
jolt?
I did, because I was like, "What are you doing? Are you messing with the cat ball?" Is that what? I'm gonna blame the windows on the wind. So I'm not trusting that. But if something is here, move. Oh, you put the EVP there. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is that? Can you touch that green dot that's right there? There's like a little light. There's also a little toy next to it. Can you touch those?
Out of the window.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this over here. Okay, that's freaking. Put the cat ball right here. And if something is over here, I want you to move it. Prove to us you're here by moving that.
And in your reflection mirror creeped me out. You look like a girl from The Ring.
That's nice of you.
Alright, well, we're gonna give you a break. We're just gonna sit in here for a minute, and then we'll give you like. Do you hear the tap?
Yeah.
We're gonna give you a break, and in about another like half an hour, we're gonna try this again, and we'll give you one final time to see if there's anything in here with us. Okay? Okay. Let's stop. Okay, I just had to start this. This has been going on way too long. It just went again.
I'm gonna try moving it real quick.
Okay.
Maybe. It was right before I touched it turned off.
I know, that's what's weird. Why didn't it go off when you picked it up? Because it should have gone off when you picked it up. Okay. Okay.
I did pretty jostling.
Yeah, okay. Now try it again. And we're just gonna sit here for like, let's sit here for like a minute. Can you move that ball again? Dude! Oh my god, what the fuck?
Whoa, dude.
That was literally on cue.
This is on night vision. Do we want to turn the light off?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go dark.
43.
11:43. We're gonna go about 10 minutes after 12 as like a kind of a stopping point if nothing is going on. If you're here, this seems to be a spot you like to move things and interact with us. Can you move that cat ball one more time? Just by touching it? Like how you did before? That was the craziest thing, I think, so far. I hope it's saved. There's a cat ball on this side, there's no one even on this side of the room. So we're here We're going to talk to you for like about 30 minutes or so. And according to that microwave, it is 11:48. So if you can, we're going to be in here until midnight. Can you touch this cat ball that's in the center right here? In between us, or maybe the one in the bathroom? Or maybe, can you make a tapping sound? Alright, there's two of them now. You only got 5 minutes. If you want us to leave, just make one of them go off.
5 minutes is all I need, baby. You take the card. Do I just swipe? Or is it an insert?
Swipe where?
What do you think?
Carson, your head is in the way.
Shitty card.
Yeah. There's a cat wall that has, it's just in frame. This is a different one. Let's see right here. Can you touch that just one more time? Just one more time. Alright. Well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go round robin. And we're gonna ask one last question. Okay? And again, you activate the ball, that's a yes. And if you don't, we're gonna take that as a no. Okay? So my question, I'm gonna go first, then Ashton, then Nathan, then Carson, okay? So my last question to you is, did you work in any capacity in this building?
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Am I ever gonna get married? No. Are you in this room still? Are you excited for me to be alone in this room tonight?
How about this? Fuck you, you stupid fucking ghost. Show yourself, you dumb bitch.
Well said.
Well, looks like we just confirmed it.
Alright, well, it is, according to that clock, 12:09, so I guess you don't want to talk to us. And we're gonna take that as a wrap for room 7B here at the Palace Hotel. All right, we are officially in room 4 at the Palace Hotel. Now, this is Claire's room, Ms. Claire, and this is the most haunted room. She is known to be really pretty much in this general vicinity. The door, the bathroom, she's known for singing early in the morning. There's been stories of possible like sounds from her here. There's even been reports that the door has been busted open. So
It is weird that this door has pads underneath it.
it is, yeah, there is a
It's the only door
draft.
that has that, right?
Yeah, because the other one did not have and it does open a different way. Like it slowly opens, as opposed to the other doors kind of just open like a normal one.
Well, it's because of the pad under it.
Yeah. You may have seen some of these instruments before, these machines or toys or whatnot that Carson's holding here. He has a green light. If you touch it, it will actually go off to a... Did you hear that?
Hear what?
There was something like right here.
I think I should know.
No, it was definitely in this area. Just give us a sign by moving the cat ball. This little toy here that glows. Jesus.
That's scary.
No, I was wondering what happened to him. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. So, if you would like to join Carson and I as we walk around the facility, you are free to do so. Join us and maybe give us a tour. And if you want to stay here and talk to somebody on their own, a little what the fuck?
I think Carson kicked it.
No,
I wasn't near it.
he's not. He's standing right next to me. Is that what you want? Do you want to talk to someone by themselves? If you do, can you make this ball move again? Okay, well, if you are, then maybe you just can't move that right now. Maybe that took a lot of energy to do. What we're going to do is Ashton, he's going to be in the bathroom where you have been known to maybe sing. And he will be in there and he will ask you some questions. And you can feel free to talk to him. It'll be just you and him. Or Nathan will be out here.
Fuck me, you know?
He'll be sitting on this bench, and you can talk to him, and he'll ask you some questions, okay? It'll just be for a little bit, but it'll be a one-on-one, and you can choose whoever you want to talk to, or maybe you can join Carson and I, okay? Try and test that. Try to step around it, if you can even see it.
I wasn't even this close though. I was like,
No, yeah, you're like...
I thought I heard Carson move at this point.
No, it's right where I'm standing right now. It's right here.
been there.
It's right here. Okay. Well, we're going to do that now. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ryan. I know this isn't something that normally happens in any of these videos up until the last one. But we had to make some sort of adjustments to what happened in this episode. Like I had said in the little bit of the beginning, we lost footage. But here's the thing. We did retain some video, and we also caught something in audio form. What you're about to watch is Ashton and Nathan are setting up for the scene that we had just talked about. Ashton is going to go into the bathroom by himself with the camera pointed at him. That footage was recovered, but something happens. Nathan's footage does not come into play, even though there was a camera, because that footage has been lost. Carson and I have left the room, and we have our own footage of us not being there. Other than that, that's the setup. There's audio that will play at the end of the clip of Ashton that will continue where the video gets cut off. Because if you notice, Ashton actually sets up a microphone in the bathroom, and it never was stopped until Carson and I returned. Okay, that's the setup. Enjoy.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There. Alright. Alright, it's not moving. I shook the sink pretty good. Hey, Claire. Are you here? Where are you, Claire? You also move this microphone. I'm in all the room. Can you show me a sign that you're here with me? I don't want to be alone. We could be friends. Do you want to be friends? Did you like living here? Do you have any regrets? You can tell me. I won't judge. Are you brushing your hair? Or doing your makeup? The fuck? Camera's turned off. That is a tad spooky. Didn't even give me a warning, man. Okay. Battery died?
Is that what that noise was in there?
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? Right.
What the fuck? Did you just suck all the energy out of both of our cameras?
Okay. So I was gonna tell you why I thought was interesting. Is this working now still? It is. What I was gonna tell you, that's fucking creepy. Not creepy, it's okay. It's just
Because this had like 30 minutes left on it, and that one had 45. And they went off within 30 seconds of one another.
well, Yeah, the interesting thing about that one too is, I hope the camera caught it because like I said like, hey, do you want to like just make a noise somewhere to let me know that you're here? And then like a few seconds later, your shit turned off, and now mine's off. And it made a noise, and the camera definitely caught it. Okay.
Well, okay. Something weird just happened.
Very weird. Wait.
It's recording.
None of it. Okay.
You want to sit here for a second? Carson, you want to sit here for a second? If somebody is here, can you make this light go off? I think what we should do is maybe go down each hallway and then just kind of scope out everything. So creaky. Still weird.
Wasn't that right?
Yeah.
There's like a footstep on the stairs behind us.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was settling after we stepped on it or what, but.
That's 9. That's weird. This definitely seems like a newer part of the building.
sitting there and asked whoever was here to make a noise like over here, and I heard my camera die. It made a little sound. It died.
Okay, so just as a reference, Carson and I, we just got back from us walking around. This was at like a half an hour battery left,
Yes.
and it's dead.
Dead. It died. I just took the battery out and put it over there. It doesn't turn back on. And do you remember how much that one had in it?
That was 45 minutes.
So within 30 seconds of this one dying, that one died.
Yeah, and it died as Ashton came out to tell me, oh, my camera's dead. And then he came out and it just went fucking click and it turned off. I was like, that's fucking creepy.
No fucking way.
It caught it. I mean, it should have.
It
It
would
was,
have caught the noise probably. Well,
Wait, so what's the noise?
well the
Oh, really?
camera dying. Yeah.
unless for some reason it wasn't recording.
Did you hit record?
I hit record.
Yeah, Ryan did.
Well, it's not turning on.
Well,
It's dead.
that's shit.
Within 30 seconds of each other, one had 15 minutes more battery.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because we made sure, the only reason why I know is we were only gonna be gone for like 10 minutes. And we were only gone for 10 minutes. The video I just did was like 10 minutes, like, exactly.
Here, let me
So,
end these.
You guys have extra batteries?
we do, but I made sure that he was.
And bathroom scene.
Both sides.
And then bathroom scene.
You made sure to record on your phone too?
Just in case. I left this here. Did not go off.
Yeah, I heard the pounding.
I don't know, man.
That is pretty crazy. Watch out for that thing, it'll jump out at you.
You guys are all like tripping over shit.
Yeah, you'll see the fucking video. I fucking like once that went off after his one.
Okay,
I
let's power this on.
Fucking shit, guys.
Let's-
dropping everything.
Let's power this on. Okay. We'll cut back to this camera.
Dead. We need to have.
Yeah. I even brought my charger, like my actual charger. So if all the batteries are dead, then but we're gonna look back at Nathan's thing because it's only 10 minutes long, and we'll see if there's something on here. Okay. All right.
Responding to me.
Okay. So let's pause for a second here. We just went over the footage, right? We went back, we looked at that camera, we looked at this camera. This had, at the time, like I said, I checked those batteries. I know it's not gonna sound like legit, but you guys can vouch. I checked those batteries before Carson and I left. Now, when we left, we were gone for about 10 minutes because that's how long I have on my iPhone. It tells me how long we were gone. We almost walked in, and you guys were still doing your thing. When we walked back in, all this stuff started happening. Let me ask you this question before we start going into what we just watched. Because we're not done yet. We still have to do our 3 a.m. stuff. But
Microwave out there?
I don't think the microwave has never been on. Yeah. How long was it after this stuff happened when Carson and I showed up?
It was about a minute.
Yeah, it was maybe like a minute.
What's crazy about that is we almost walked in, and then I said, "Hey, do you want to go down to the bottom floor thing and just walk around for and that took us about a minute and a half to do. So if we would have walked in, none of this would have even happened. That's what's even crazier, the coincidence of this all happening. But go ahead. They've already seen what happened, but I guess let's debrief, because this is the most like we've seen so far of like interesting coincidence. Ashton, what happened in your scenario on your side of the story? And then Nathan, I'll have you recount your side of the story. And then Carson and I will tell you how we heard it all.
Okay, so this is before we saw the footage?
Before you saw the footage.
Okay, so really I was just sitting in the bathroom inside the shower with the door open. I had my 3 sources of audio. I was asking, just typical questions, seeing if she or whoever, I assumed Claire was in there, but So I asked specific questions, if she's want to be friends, she's brushing her hair at the sink, because she put on her makeup, she has her regrets, that stuff. But, God, the video that I got, because when I was setting up to begin with, I had it set to record, but then it took me a while to set up. So I wasted like a good 5 minutes doing that. So I started a new recording with all the audios synced, because we had H2N in there, my phone on there, inside the shower with me. The H2N was in the middle of the bathroom, and this camera has its audio as well, and it was in the corner across from me. And that gave me another 5 minutes of recording, and then all of a sudden it shut off. I was just like, it's just really weird.
Yeah.
Didn't line up at the time.
Okay, so that is your side of the story before we watched it. Nathan, tell your side of the story before we watched it.
Yeah, so, you pressed record before you left and just kind of set me up with everything. I got up, I turned the lights off, I sat back down, and then I was like, wow, it's really dark in here. And so I nervously asked some questions. I waited a while for some answers, just kind of taking it really slow, and then like trying to just be casual about it or whatever. And then I was just asking all these questions, and then I eventually said, can you make a noise to let me know that you're here? And then within 5 seconds of me saying that, I hear Ashton's camera turn off in the bathroom. But I don't make any mind of it. I'm just kind of like, oh, he's like fucking up in there or something. But then when he came out, and after that, he came out and he noticed my camera die. Like, as soon as he came out of the bathroom, it just kind of like flipped off, and I was like, what the fuck? Because they died so shortly after one another,
And one had 15 minutes more battery than the other.
Yeah, and the thing is my camera, the one this camera right here, makes chimes. I have sound turned on, so you're able to audio hear that. It makes it. I mean, we look back at it and you can hear it clear as day. But yeah, so then we looked back at the footage, and it's weird how everything all kind of happened, because you say your phrase of do you want to be friends? You say it like a couple times, and then like a little bit goes by, and then you hear this grappling, like this sound. Okay, so I'm gonna try and mimic the sound. Okay, this is what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like on the camera, like someone's picking it up, but it doesn't move. It just sounds like someone.
Because it didn't move at all.
Yeah, it sounds like someone is touching the camera, which is just crazy. I've never heard that before. And then when that happens, a little bit comes after. Did you ask anything after that?
I don't remember.
Okay. So whether or not you did, it's only like 2 more minutes of video.
Do you have any regrets?
Oh, that was the last question you asked?
I believe so.
So after you asked that question,
I said I won't judge. And I think that was the last thing I said.
the camera dies, which makes the chime sound, which is just moments after you asked to make a sound.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes out of the bathroom. Then we come in a minute and a half later.
Yeah. My camera dies when he comes out of the bathroom. It just makes it.
Yeah, you guys literally look at the camera and it dies.
Yeah.
We'll be back at around 3 a.m. We're going to check at 2:50. We'll start our next investigation. And we'll go until about 3:10 if something happens. And it'll be all 4 of us in here. All right. We'll see you in a bit. It is currently 2:54. Carson is in the other room, so he might be joining us here momentarily. I activated this, but there's a cat ball right here in the middle of the room. Cat ball there. Recorder there.
This thing's still on.
That was
Wow,
him
it's
doing it.
back on again. Cool.
really takes a lot to get this one.
Okay, so that if that goes off, then something's going on. I'm gonna let you use the K2, since you actually I don't think have gotten a chance to use that yet. I'll keep this light on until Carson comes in, so that he doesn't walk into darkness.
And just keep looking at her painting.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, if you ever stay in room 4, you can actually look out the peephole, and right out the peephole, you can actually see the painting of Claire. Here, do you want me to turn? Do you want full darkness again? I can give that to you.
Do it.
Come here, Claire. Watch the ball.
What? I don't know why that's a big deal. Okay.
Oh, it just moved. And that's the one that's hard to move. You have to really move it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again.
Oh,
Oh, it's going again.
is it?
Yeah.
It's really weird.
All right, let
Do
me
it
try
again.
one more time.
It didn't do it that time.
All right, third try.
One more time, yeah.
Can you move that ball again? Or is that you telling us you want to be alone?
Or maybe you want them with me?
Maybe someone's telling us not to come in the bathroom.
Do you not want us to be in here? Is that why you turned it off?
Sounds like we need to close it ourselves in here.
Oh my god.
Don't freak out, they're just talking to us. It's fine.
Good luck, Nathan.
But that was saying that we shouldn't be in here.
Yes. I'm not gonna sit on that. That's too loud.
We have the stand.
Right here.
Okay.
Why don't you want us in here? Do you want to hurt us?
I don't. Just so you know. Did I tell you about mirrors connecting to each other?
No.
So when a mirror connects to another mirror, it can open up like a vortex or portal. So that you never want to put mirrors next to each other like this.
Sounds like you need to focus the camera on the mirror.
You turned it off.
You afraid now there's two people?
There's a full,
Carson's here.
yep. There's a full battery in this camera. If you can shut it off.
He's gonna come back in there. Give him a second. I wasn't able to ask the questions, I was getting acquainted again.
I'm gonna put this ball right here.
I think someone should be in there by themselves.
Do you want Nathan to go in there?
Whoever wants to volunteer. If not, I'll do it.
Hey, if you want Nathan,
How about you go in there, Ashton?
if you want Nathan to go in there, make this ball go off. If you want Ashton to go in there, make this ball go off. If you want Carson to go in there, what the fuck?
Alright, Carson, you're up. You gotta give him your camera, I think.
Yeah,
It's already recording. Just
yeah. Here, we're gonna set you up like how we did before. Or we.
Is there anyone here with me right now? I'd like to have a conversation with you. If you'd have me. I think it would help things if you were to show me that you're here. If you could give me some sort of sign of your presence, I'd be thankful to see that. Are you here with me right now? Do you want to hurt me?
Swap out with me.
Swap out with you.
Yeah. Claire, sing for me. So you know. Ryan, why don't you go sit in there?
We were gonna leave you alone.
We were gonna leave
It's
you alone
going
there. Just
The
leave it.
ball just went off.
Okay.
It's okay if we leave the room entirely and just
Yeah.
kind of get away from it.
Okay. Is Claire here? Can Claire come forward? Here come the boys. I guess we're done here. Nothing. I did hear something like a big, like, snapping creak in here. Apart from that, nothing.
We're gonna be leaving the room.
It's 45 minutes.
Yeah. We're officially calling it. Everything has seemed like it has calmed down. What time is it? Like 3:40? 3:45 in the morning here at the Palace Hotel. Let's talk about, I guess, the experiences so far. Start with Carson. Has there been... What did you think? Well, yeah, let's go with the overall of the place. Like, let's go...
Like how I think of the hotel itself.
Yeah, of the hotel itself. Does it give you vibes? Does it give you anything of the palace?
It's much cheaper than the last one from what I saw. So I mean, price range wise, you know, it's good.
Mhm.
But when it comes to the haunting and stuff, I mean, back at Manresa Castle, I kind of was treating a lot of it like a joke because like I wasn't really feeling anything. It was kind of just whatever in this hotel, and I know I didn't feel too much there. But something about this place was a tad different. I felt like I knew a lot more about the history of what was going on here, and I feel like the video evidence that we have collected, although I felt like we were getting not too much activity, there was a few instances where coincidences happened that aren't really explainable. in Manresa Castle, there wasn't too much of that. There wasn't really any of that, actually. But here it was much different, and I was getting some creepier vibes with the aesthetics of the place, too.
Okay, Ashton, what about your overall take on this place?
Overall take, very nice hotel. It's a very nice hotel.
Did I not have a lot of background?
No, that turns off automatically.
Yeah, it was.
Did you stop recording?
Mhm.
Oh. I would stay here apart from doing this haunting thing. This is a very cool place. Very nice. Especially considering how old it is. As far as like the vibe, I don't get like a vibe from this place. Like in a haunted sense. But there was some events that happened that are extremely coincidental, and there was multiple of them. Coincidences, in my experience throughout life, don't happen very often and so close together. You know, we had some stuff with in the bathroom, and some activity there with me, and then cat balls. I mean, we'll see. I was testing that ball a lot by stepping all the way around to see if the floorboards are making it move even a little bit, and that was the hard ball anyway. So it's just really bizarre. I guess you could speculate that there would be, you know, they're cheap. You know, it could be something with the wiring that it just randomly does that. We would never know. There'd be no way that you can check that other than taking it apart, which we don't know enough about that stuff to even try and debunk. But as far as the vibe goes, I mean, if you want to hang out in Port Townsend, I mean, it doesn't feel creepy. It's a really nice hotel.
How about you, Nathan?
I essentially just have to agree with everything what he said. This place kind of feels like a lot more mansion-like than the castle, which is kind of weird. Especially like the location, since we're just kind of like on the main strip of Port Townsend. But I really enjoy this place. It's really cool. I would come back even like not even to like look for evidence or whatever. I mean, this town's kind of cool, so if I were to ever catch myself up here and I had to stay up here for like a few nights, this is probably the place I'd do it. It's a really nice place. I love it. And in terms of like evidence and whatnot, I feel like the most notable thing that happened, I mean, besides the cat balls, that's great, but when the whole coincidence of like me asking the question, then camera shutting off, and then this camera shutting off, and like the battery situation, man, it is very interesting. I don't even know what to really think of it, honestly.
Yeah, I would, I guess my overall thing is this place definitely has more of a, like you guys have been saying, it's a different feel here. I don't know if there's any, like, I don't feel unsafe though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like...
It's not like a creepy vibe.
Yeah, it's not anywhere near that kind of aspect of things. I mean, it is weird, the coincidences of things, you know, from the other room where I felt like I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Could have easily been something, just a situation where the reflection of a light hit my glasses and then it made me think that there was something right here. The cat balls moving when I ask a question and it moves literally after several questions and it hits right on a dot of answering for a certain thing. You know, it really lines up to the whole thing of being real coincidences that you just, it's so hard to say whether or not it's real or it's not real. You know, we're just, this is to be adventures, but yeah, overall for me, this has been absolutely a crazy experience of a night. Then I couldn't have even said that this is what was going to happen here tonight. So, it's time to go through it again. Is this place haunted? Do you feel personally this
Do I
place is
feel
haunted?
personally that this place is haunted? I mean, like I said the other night, I'm a big skeptic when it comes to these sort of things. So honestly, I didn't get the solid proof that I would have wanted to confirm that this place would be haunted or that things like this can't exist. So basically where I'm at is unconfirmed.
What about you, Ashton? Do you feel like this place is haunted?
For me, it's a hard maybe. Just because of all the coincidences. I mean, you know, all the stories that we could read up on, which by now you guys know about because we told you about them. Those could be made up by staff. They could be made up by other guests because they're being told it's haunted, so their mind could be playing tricks on them, their eyes could be playing tricks on them, where they're visualizing something they think is going to be there. We don't have solid proof as of yet that we're recording this, that I would be convinced that this place is, at least to this day, still haunted.
What about you, Nathan? Do you feel like it's haunted?
I mean, it's hard to be like absolute with an answer because like you can't really, you know, for sure know. You just gotta take a guess with what you got. So yeah, maybe with what we have. I mean, I don't see why I would completely rule it out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess as for my 2 cents is, I don't know if it's, because like, you know, all of them could be easily debunked so far. You know, whether it's a bump in the night or it's a cat ball moving, it could be the accelerometer settling into its slot and it just goes off. It could be multitude of different things because there isn't necessarily anything that was like, I mean, as far as audio, again, we haven't looked over everything. You guys are the people that will actually be the decision of whether or not this place is haunted. We'll be going through all the evidence. We'll make sure it's all what it is, but at the end of the day, you know, we're in real time, so we don't know just quite yet. I think we investigated the crap out of this place. So until next time, say goodbye, everybody.
Peace out.
Goodbye.
Okay, hold on. I hear something. Jeez, I can't even get to the. Hold on. Hello?
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
Ryan?
sorry. I didn't know.
Ryan.
Pray that you'll be dead to me.